Hello, Year 3, and happy Friday. Welcome to today's English lesson, where we will be learning to identify features from our model text this week. Okay, so today is Friday, the 29th of January, 2021, and our learning objective is to identify features of the text. Our starter focus for today will be on our spelling words this week. I have put up 4 words that have the miss prefix on it, and you have to choose the correct word to fill in the following sentences. Okay, so which of these words would best fit these sentences? So take some time to do it while I change the color for my answer. I think I will go with blue today. Okay, hopefully you are taking your time. Hopefully you have done that. Unpause the video when you are ready. The first one was I made a miss. Oh, it didn't change to blue. Oh dear, let me change that now. Okay. I made a, still not changing to blue. It's all right. I made a mistake on my spelling test. Okay. So the first one is I made a mistake on my spelling test. Question number 2, she misunderstood the question that I asked. She misunderstood the question that I asked. That means she did not understand it correctly. She misunderstood the question that I asked. And finally, the text had a misprint. So if there was a mistake in the typing, as I sometimes do when you see me typing on the screen, it would be a misprint. Okay, so hopefully you got those 3 answers using your miss prefix. I know the text, it could also be the text had a mistake, but I was looking for the word misprint. If you did also write the text had a mistake, that is completely fine. Because that works as well. Okay, the only word you did not use was misjudge, and that's when you judge something wrongly. Okay, so I made a mistake on my spelling test. She misunderstood the question that I asked. I mean, she didn't understand it. The text had a misprint, is what I was looking for. But if you wrote mistake as well, that is fine. Okay, so let's move on to identifying features of our model text. Your success criteria would be I can read the model text, which we will do in a minute. I know what the features are, which I will review with you. And then finally, you can find the features in the model text. That would be your top step to your success criteria. Now, as I read through this, I would like you to say the words that I skip, okay? This is to ensure that you are reading along. I would like you to say out loud any words that I skip, okay? And these could be some of the keywords, words that I hope that you know the meaning to, words that I know that you know how to say. So I will not be saying certain words. It's not because I'm making a mistake. It's because I'm purposely skipping it because I want you to say it and I want you to see if you can read that word, okay? It was late one evening when I was fishing in the little over by Calder, where it down into the, it was getting, and I had already my line in the reeds several times, so I to stop. I wandered up the woods, further up the owls were hooting, and I paused to, ahead of me was the sound of the, and behind me the slow rush of the. Now I know it does sound a little weird as I'm reading it. It is a little bit weird for me to pause it too, but please make sure you are saying the words that I am skipping so that you are reading the whole text to yourself, okay? It was then that at first I thought that it was just my, long word there, but I was sure that I was being, I could feel the hairs on the back of my head. Then to look up to the top where it meets the cliff's edge. That was where I saw it. 2 green lights. as if someone had a bus up there. As I saw the lights move up. Against the sky, I could see the outline of a giant with green glowing. It was taller than a. It stood there for a moment with the wind singing through its fingers. I'd had by then, as you can, what with the owls hooting and then seeing this figure, I to run, and I didn't stop till I got home. So hopefully you were able to say all those missing words. Hopefully you were able to read it along with me. Okay. Keep practicing that model text because it's really important that you really commit it to memory because it will help us in our writing in a couple of weeks' time. Okay. So let's go over the features. Now, I did say these on Monday's lesson. Do you remember what they were? So this is parts of the text that you have to include in all recounts, okay? The first one is you are writing in the past tense. The next one is you are looking for first person writing. And the last one is conjunctions. Those are the three features that we're going to focus on today, okay? So let's look at the first feature, the past tense. Simple past tense is used to indicate those actions which began in the past time and also got over in the past time. So something that has already happened that was in the past. It started in the past, it ended in the past. For example, walked, okay? You started walking in the past, you can finished walking in the past. I walked to school, okay? I haven't started walking now. I started walking in the past. I walked to school. And I also finished walking. As you can see, I'm not walking anymore. I started walking to school and I finished walking to school all in the past, okay? The past tense of eat is ate. I ate my lunch today, okay? I started eating it a couple hours ago. I finished eating it a couple hours ago. It's already happened. The action is over. I ate my lunch, okay? So that was a quick review of what the past tense is. Now, first person, if you're not sure, is when you use the pronouns I and we, okay? When you say, I am hungry, we are hungry, we are happy, I am sad, all of that is talking about the first person. The first person is yourself. The second person is you, okay? When you're talking to a friend and you say you, you're referring to them in the second person. And finally, the third person is when you start a sentence, you're talking about other people, okay? People that might not even be in the room or anywhere near you, okay? They're out of the building, out of sight, and you use he, she, they, or if it's a thing, you use it, okay? So first person, focusing on I and we. Second person, you, so you guys. And then third person, he, she, they, or it, okay? As I said, recounts, a retelling of an event focuses on the first person. So I and we, okay? And finally, conjunctions. Now, I know you've heard me say this loads of times. A conjunction is a joining word. We use conjunctions to join two words, two phrases, or two clauses together to make one long sentence. An example of conjunctions are and, if, as, when, because, okay? You're joining two ideas together. So I am, oh, now it's typing in blue. Oh dear. I am happy is one sentence. I ate ice cream is another sentence. I can join them together by using the word because. I can make it one sentence. I am happy because I ate ice cream. All right? So that is an example of a conjunction. Okay, if you're not clear about anything, go back and listen again. Okay, past tense, something that's already happened, an action began in the past, it finished in the past. First person uses I and we. Just focus on that. And conjunctions are joining words. They join two sentences together to make one long sentence. Okay? Once you are done that, please can you draw this table on your paper, or you can complete this table on Teams. Okay, so I will put up another Word document on Teams. It will have a table that looks exactly like this. Okay, the titles will be past tense, first person, or conjunctions. Okay, now once you have done that, you're going to go into the model text, and every time you see a verb in the past tense, you're going to write it down over here. Anytime you see a pronoun in the first person, you're going to write it down over here. Now, I've kind of already told you what the first person pronouns are, so you should be able to do that. And then anytime you see a conjunction that they've used, can you write it down over here? Okay, or if you're doing it on Teams, you can type it over here. All right, so it was late one evening when it happened. Okay, I was fishing in the little stream over by Calder. Now look over here. It already happened. Something happened. So that is telling me that it is past tense. Okay. It was getting dark and I had already snagged my line. There you go. Something that's already happened. Snagged. He snagged his line. He has said the first person of the word I. I was fishing in the little stream over by Calder where it runs down into the sea. It was getting dark and I had already snagged. Whoops. And I had already snagged. That's your conjunction. It was getting dark and I had already snagged my line in the reeds several times, so I decided to stop. So is another joining word. Decided is another joining word. Okay, so I have done the first paragraph for you. I hope that was all of them. Ooh, it was. That's already something that's happened. It was late. It's another verb that's already happened. Okay. I hope I found all of them. If I have missed any, please add it in yourselves. What I will do is on the Word document or on Teams, I will post a list of conjunctions as well. So in case you can't remember what all of them are, I'll post them up there. Okay, but just remember, past tense is something that already happened. First person uses I or we. Conjunctions join two ideas together. So anytime you think there's a joining word that extends a sentence, it is a conjunction, okay? And we've talked about them in class. So and, because, so, if, or, but, although, all of those are conjunctions. All right? So this is what your table should look like for the first paragraph, and then you can do the rest as well by yourselves. So either do it on paper or complete it on Teams and then send it in to us so that we can see how you've done. Okay, so hopefully you were able to identify the features of the text, past tense, first person, and conjunctions. Okay, go back in the video to have a quick review if you cannot remember the features. All right, other than that, well done, Year 3. You've finished your English lessons for the week, and I hope you have a lovely weekend. Thank you. Bye.